Okay, so I said that I was going to do a Z-plate. Let's get all that Z-plate stuff moved around. Which is going to be a matter of getting everything pulled off our YZ car. I think that's why they would call it that. Now I'm going to actually ask ShopBot for an entire second package of our ATC calibration kit because, as you may recall, we had some unscripted drama that occurred. And we don't want any of that unscripted drama business happening again. That was not fun. So I'll ask them for more of all of that. This I'm just going to put away. Set it here for right now. Now we need our Z0 plate stuff. Yeah, this is all really simple. I'll take this opportunity. I'm going to ask them for a new Z0 plate as well, even though it really doesn't matter. It's the spindles come down hard at times because it lost its position and faulted and has dented my plate. Not a big deal, but try to keep the tool as new as possible. I'm going to swap out this high-tech piece of insulating material from the clip eating into my connector. Okay, this is all okay for right now. That's a Z plate. Now we're going to do a C1 to pick up a bit. So let's just, and then we're going to do a CN73. So let's do a C1, and we're just going to pick up tool 5. Our Z-axis looks healthy. While we go down there, I want to get down here and take a look and see just how I'm about 5/16 off. Right there. Picked it up and moved it out. Okay, so that was the whole point of what we were doing. All right, now we're supposed to run a CN73. This will now test palming on all 3 axes, the C3 routine. Coming down on the Y, it'll come down. It's done the Z. We're going to come down on the Y, and then come down and do the X. Okay. Let's go 12, 12. Let's move over to 2. So that we lower that down a touch. Now I can exit because it's gonna, the tool will now use the Z0ing C2. It'll prompt me, hit enter when we've got the plate on the bed. And that's the pesky thing, and the customer's calling for him. But I assure you, we're moving as quickly as possible on this. On the bit. Good stuff. Hit OK. Okay, it should be prompting me to put everything away. I will proactively do that. Reminder, okay. This will now confirm the plate offset by homing on all three axes. That's a C3. Let's do it. Yeah, Z came up, coming up again. Now we're going to do the Y. Now we're doing the X. Now we've got a new machine bed value. I think we're good. C1, let's take a victory lap. Let's do a C1. Let's change it to 0. Let's make sure that 5 gets put back away. And if it does, then we are absolutely ready to resume our work. Looking good. Yeah, we're nice and clear of the clip. Let's cross it off here. Should be coming home. All right, we're ready to start this party as best I can tell. So, at this point, it's all been a fuss over some pieces of stained plywood. But I think we're ready to rock and roll, so let's begin to get back to work. Thanks for hanging in there. That's a CN74. Truth be told, I'm thinking about rewriting their manual, just giving some better pictures, more accurate lock steps. Go with me and lockstep. And I think it might be, you know, I'm first to admit that I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but a couple of things did throw me off. And I wasn't doing exactly what the manual said. That's absolutely true. But a little more foolproof for this fool would have been more appropriate for me. Because by the time I go through all this again, I'll have forgotten what I've done. Anyway, let's move forward. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Now, before we get back to what we were doing, we have, just to finish off the installation instructions, we've done the C2. We placed the grounding clip on the fit, not collet, and placed the regular Z0 plate below the bit. This routine does not use the fixed Z0 plate. Click OK. The routine will touch off. Every time the C3 routine is run, the tool will be zeroed at this stored level. Okay, we have zeroed our tool to the machine bed. Pay attention to where the Z0 is set in the CAM file to avoid damaging the table surface or cutting the wrong depth. Yeah, that makes sense. 0 to various Z heights, C2, daily operation. ATC users will only have to zero one bit to their material or bed height each time the Z0 position is changed. The remaining bits in the tool rack will also reference the new position. So that's certainly important, but it's, I guess, pretty well understood from the perspective that we are looking at the data in ATC tool variables, where it has the stored values. It's got our offset, and it has what I guess ends up really being the length of each of the bits. So what I think the manual is saying is, because you've got the Z offset, the plate offset, you only need to zero one of the tools. Now, I usually, because I'm paranoid and underskilled, I usually zero all of the bits that I know I'm going to use that day. And I do that every single time, in fact. When the bit is located over the area needed to set as 0, type C2. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so what they're saying is, when you do a C2, when you zero two, let's say your material surface, you only need to zero one of them because of what we just said. You're not going to zero all 9 bits to the material surface like we are on this two-sided job. When the bit is located over the area, type C2, place a Z0 plate, etc., etc., etc. Regularly used ATC files. Change 2 as a C1. C2, yeah, when we're zeroing to the material surface or through a CN73, or if our machine bed has changed, a la resurfacing it. C3, you're going to start that every single time you turn the tool on. C5, you're going to do that every single time that you're going to run a project. C6 and C7, I never really used those, except when I was trying to figure out why the spindle wouldn't start. I hit a C6, it still wouldn't start, and I realized after about 5 minutes that I didn't have the key engaged. C9, I don't use that directly, but we know what it is. It's a call to automatic tool change. CN72, we definitely use that. CN73, get plate offset, we use that again when we need to go to our machine bed. And then CN74 is what we just went through. Okay, that wraps up CN74. We're done. Now we're going back to the work. May the force be with us. So the next thing is to load our table again, our work surface, with our piece. Go back to air cutting. And that's where we left off when we went down to pick up bit 5 and it threw a driver error. So let's pick up where we left off. We'll switch to the GoPro view, walking around the shop getting started. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.